Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tulsian. Sir, first question obviously goes to the likes of Ashok Leyland and Shriram Transport Finance. Now, these loading norms, what we are given to understand is that 25% additional loading might be allowed on heavy trucks. Your thoughts, sir, on the sell-off that we're seeing on both of these stocks?
See, if I just analyze this news, definitely this news will be positive for one and negative for another one. I can say that yes, because of the extra load being allowed of 25%, there may be less sale of trucks, which will be seen negative for Ashok Leyland. But I'm unable to understand why this should be negative for Shriram Transport. Because if you really see, they are the leader in the second-hand truck financing, and presume that the 25% extra loading is allowed to the existing truck players, those who have availed the loan from Shriram Transport Finance, that will give them the extra earning, that will then see the lower loan default or maybe the stress assets becoming going forward, because earlier there was fear of the scrappage policy seen negative for Shriram Transport and positive for Ashok Leyland. So both cannot have the same correlation, and I think it is more of a panic without analyzing or without taking into consideration or the rationale of the news. The market is just reacting out of fear. So if I take this as a negative for Ashok Leyland, definitely this will be seen positive from Shriram Transport. Now come on this news. Sometimes I'm not trying to preempt the news, or we read it in isolation. Probably government may be thinking that allow, if you are going ahead with the scrappage policy, whether 15 years old or 20 years old, allow the existing truck players, those who have been, plying with the age of less than 15 years. If suppose the scrappage policy is taken at 15 years, allow them 25% extra load in the interim period. So once that clarification comes in, again you will be having a different kind of reaction, and taking a call independently on both the stocks, Ashok Leyland and Shriram Transport. Probably the kind of corrections which you have seen of 8-9% having taken place in Ashok Leyland is definitely giving a buying opportunity, and for Shriram Transport, as I said, I am unable to understand the rationale of correction based on this news flow.
Mr. Tulsian, good afternoon. In fact, while you were talking that Shriram Transport stock has seen a sharp recovery, I think the market heard you 4% off the low point on Shriram Transport. So this clearly looked like was a bit of a panic move on Shriram Transport, because normally have a one-to-one correlation. So are you saying that if we are assuming that it's negative news for Ashok Leyland, then by default it should be positive news for Shriram Transport, Mr. Tulsian?
That's right, Anush. That's what I'm trying to say. And even if you take a call on Ashok Leyland, I'm not saying the corrections haven't taken place from the level of... firstly, it is good that the sanity is seen prevailing now, that because of maybe, the just knee-jerk reaction is seen going away. This is just a fundamental analysis. In fact, I'm not trying to give a recommendation on any of the stocks. I'm just trying to analyze the news. Now, even if you take a call on Ashok Leyland also, with the monthly sales numbers which we have seen for Q1 are definitely indicating that the Q1 numbers are seen to be quite good. And in fact, going forward, if you see the kind of sales performance in the commercial vehicle space, because the revival signs are definitely seen, the things are seen to quite positive for Ashok Leyland going forward, and having corrected from a level of 155 to 160, you cannot expect these stocks to correct much beyond a point. So maybe 120, 122, definitely looks a very good entry point for Ashok Leyland also, which is at the current level.